Hi everyone, I am back with a card making video today. This is just a A2 size fall card that I came up with using a bunch of different products. So there's everywhere from Recollections, I used Stampin' Up, I used Stamps by Judith, and I used some Lawn Fawn. And some Marvy Le Plume alcohol markers, like just a big Mod Podge of product, but that's what I do. That's that's how I craft. So, like I said, this is just an A2 size card, 4¼ by 5½, and it opens from the top instead of the side. I did not do the inside yet. I just wanted to show you how I made this card because I think it's really, really cute. So let me show you. I've already cut, scored, and folded all of my base pieces. So like I said, 4¼ by 5½. So it would be 4¼ by 11, scored at 5½, and I rounded all of my corners. I just used a EK Success corner rounder. Then I have this is craft cardstock from Recollections, and I have another piece for one of my mats, and this is 4 by 5¼ and I have a piece of Old Olive that I'm using, and this one is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, and then I have my base piece for the top, which is 3 3/4 by 5. And I've already stamped my tree that I'm going to be using, and I've already done my dots all the way around with a marker. Really didn't think you guys wanted to see me do that. So, and this tree is kind of, I was hit or miss when I was stamping, so I didn't really want to make a big mess on camera. It is a bigger stamp, and I'm still trying to get used to it. I got this last year at my Scrapbook Expo in the Stamps by Judith booth. She comes every year. So this is her Tree for All Seasons stamp. I will put a link to where you can get that online if you would like to go check it out. And so that's what I'm going to be decorating today. So what I'm going to be using are my Itty Bitties, which are, these are a retired Stampin' Up! Product. But if you've got any small little stamps, it would work perfectly for this tree. So in Stamps by Judith, she also sells the little sticks and stubbies and stuff that go perfect with this tree. I have a couple, but not every one that I wanted or needed for the video. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Up! Ones, and I've got a squirrel, a couple of leaves, and an acorn. So these will be Stampin' Up! Ink colors that we're going to do on here, similar to these. So we have Cherry Cobbler, Old Olive, Crushed Curry, and Crumb Cake that we're going to use. So we're going to start with the squirrel and the crumb cake, and you just kind of, you know, just place it wherever you really want. I'm going to kind of go by the one that I have up here and do, I like to have the squirrel kind of sitting on the branches instead of hanging below them. So put this little guy here. So there we have some squirrels. And then we're going to move on to the maple leaf, and we're going to do that in Cherry Cobbler. So just kind of, whoops, gonna turn the stamp different directions just to get the leaves. It's not gonna look exactly the same as this other card, but that's okay. So we'll do another one like over here. So just random placement. I mean, there's really no right or wrong how you're going to stamp these. It's just kind of however you want. So now we'll do the crushed curry and get some of these acorns done. And again, I'm just going to have the little acorns kind of hanging down. One there. And maybe one there. That didn't quite land over there, but that's okay. Like I said, it's not about being perfect. And the old olive we will use for the other leaf. I think I'm actually getting these spaced out a little bit better on this one. So, yeah. Doesn't have to look real crowded or anything. I want one right there. And I'm just turning the stamp so that way, you know, some of the leaves. So I think I like the spacing on this one a little bit better. Only the second one I've done, so, you know, you never know. Okay, so there we have the bases of our little tree collage, I guess is what I'm going to call it. So there's that part. Now, what I'm going to do next is put the pumpkins on. So I've already colored and die cut and added some white gel pen for accent on my little pumpkins. So here are my pumpkins. I used my Marvy alcohol markers OY845 and O835. That's what I used for the pumpkins. I stamped them in soft suede. And then colored them. And then for my stem, I used my Tiki Hut Tan Bic marker. So we're just going to go ahead and glue these on with this glue pen here. So, whoops. This one I just placed in the center to cover up the base of my tree here. So just like that. And these came from these little lawn fawn set that I have. It's called So Thankful. So here are the pumpkins, there's a little swirly thing, and then there's a leaf, and your sentiment, there's a little exclamation point. And then these are the dies. I put a magnet in here to keep the dies on, but that's what the dies look like. So it's just a small little lawn fawn set. That's where I got the pumpkins. So we'll just go ahead and put these on. So there's the pumpkins. So now we have that. And then now we are going to do some doodling. I have a pumpkin pie Stampin' Right marker. So I'm going to take the writing tip and I'm just going to draw some little dot pieces on here. Just some little random dots. I've seen some of the sample cards that Judith has on her website. And they are super cute. She actually sells one of her little sticks or stubbies is actually a little 3-dot stamp. So it's pretty cute. So that I used the pumpkin pie just to bring out some of the orange in these pumpkins down here. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some sequins like I did here. These are some baked brown sugar sequins from the little sequin set for the 2013 through 15 colors. But for this one, I pulled out some orange ones that I got. I just got a pack of them at Walmart. And they came in all of these different colors. I just put them in this little jewelry container that I got from Michaels. So I pulled out some orange ones, and I'm just going to attach those with some glue dots after I get this matted. So we're just going to take this and mat this onto our old olive while it's still flat. So we'll just center it on here. And then we're going to go ahead and put it on our craft. Just like that. So now we'll go ahead and add the sequins, and I'm just going to use some micro glue dots. These are pretty small. And I'm just going to use the guide from the other card for my placement here. That one is not wanting to stick. Come on. There we go. So, about here. This is my first time using sequins on a card. I wasn't quite sure how you're supposed to kind of spread them out. And these ones are a little bit bigger. I guess I shouldn't have put that there. You know, hit or miss. I think they look okay. It needed a little extra something, and I wasn't really quite sure what else I needed to put on there. I think if I can get this one up, I'm going to move it over. It's not coming up. Okay, we're just going to leave it. And I know this part's kind of boring. Put one up here. Just going to go ahead and add the rest of these to some of these glue dots. Oh, that one came off. We'll just put it there. And then this one. So, not too shabby. I guess it works. Just brings out a little bit more of the orange that's in the pumpkins. So, you know, you could use whatever color sequins you want. You could use shaped sequins, you know, whatever. So on the back of this, I'm going to put some dimensionals. And then I'm going to attach this to the front of the card. And this is the first time I've ever done this, where I've taken the mat and popped it up. I kind of quite like it. I think it's kind of cool and it's different. So then after we attach this, we are done. You could decorate the inside however you want. I still haven't decided what I want to do to the inside, so that's why I haven't done it yet. So this one I'm going to have to center a little bit better because it's 1/4 of an inch smaller, but I liked that just so you could see the dimension on it, just like that. So there we have 2 little fall cards. Slightly different. I will zoom in a little bit for you. Move them out this way. So there we go. 2 little fall cards. I hope you guys like them, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!